25th Cafe, we get straight into Money Matters, courtesy of Mantsha Pheeha, right here on 25th Cafe. Tisha, good evening.
Good evening, guys, and good evening to our listeners.
All right, thank you so much for coming through once again, Tisha. And what do you have for us this evening?
Ish, you know, Pela, these days I'm thinking about different things. So today, you guys are laughing already. You don't even know what it is. Today I want us to talk about family financial planning.
All right, that's a good one. All right, please take it away.
So, you know, I don't know, you guys are young men. Maybe this did not happen to you. But when we were growing up in the 80s, family planning meant contraceptives. That's what we understood family planning to be. Oh, is it the case even for you guys?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we never thought family planning meant anything else. We just knew that if ever they said you are involved in family planning, it meant that you have gone to get contraceptives. And you can imagine, for those of us who were good girls when we were growing up, it just meant you are starting to do something that you were not supposed to be doing as an unmarried person. But also, a lot of our educated parents who were teachers, parents who were nurses, as soon as their children were around 16, their girl children, they forced them to go and do family planning. I don't know. I hope that practice does not exist anymore, because our parents at that time just felt like, I am not going to be a grandmother at such a young age. So a lot of young girls were forced to do family planning. So even when I was preparing for this segment, I was actually feeling like, man, I don't want people to think I'm talking about contraceptives or preventing pregnancy. So family financial planning is very important, because when two people who were not born in the same family, who did not grow up the same way, who don't have the same hopes and the same dreams, come together to run finances together, we must never assume that they have the same view of how finances must be conducted. So you are sitting here with a listener who has been a fan of 25th Cafe for the past 3 years and has been listening to different financial coaches teaching about money. And now this person has a very good sense about where they are going financially. They then get married to someone who is just like, guys, we spend as we please. God is going to take care of us. Manna is going to come from heaven. And the two of them may be compatible in every other way, but finances is actually going to be that one thing that is going to be a bone of contention throughout the entire family. So here I'm talking about when it's just two people who have different views about money, and they need to come together and have a plan for the family, not a plan for the individuals in the family. But when you even have kids, you know, some of us, whether the kids are young or the kids are grown up, when the kids are young, it's easier because you shape what the kids want. But as soon as the kids get older, as a family, you have not thought about this kid decides that she actually wants to study overseas, but she has never spoken about it throughout her entire career until she's in matric. So the family has not prepared for it. So when we talk about family financial planning, we are not just talking about the mother and father in the family. We are talking about the mother, the father, the children, everyone who is in the immediate family. And I just want to encourage those who even have live-in helpers in their homes, find a way to even include the helper in your family financial planning. So you know me, I'm a process girl. So what is the process like? Firstly, you have an initial meeting. This is your first meeting. The first meeting is where you are talking about your vision. So different people will come with their individual visions. So if, let's say, it's a husband and a wife and 2 children who are teenagers, so everyone will come with their personal vision. And then from our personal vision, we craft a family vision. So that's the first meeting. We are not talking about money yet. We are just talking about, as a family, where do we want to go? So the father can say, guys, I'm working right now, but my dream is actually to have my own business. So I'm hoping that in the next 5 years, I can have my own business. The mother can say, I'm working right now, but I've always had a dream to finish my degree, which I did not finish because I had children early and then I abandoned my degree. So I'll continue working, but I also want to get a degree. The children, one of the children may say, no, I actually don't want to go to varsity. This is what I want to do. Another child may say, I want to go to varsity. This is what I want to study, and this is how much it costs. So as individuals, you bring your individual visions. Then you sit at the table and either the mother or the father will chair the meeting. It must be a formal meeting. Either the mother or father will chair the meeting, and at the end of that initial meeting, you come out of your meeting with a family vision. And don't worry that the family vision may not be completed in one sitting. In most cases, because we are not in the habit of talking about family with each other, about vision with each other, it may take a number of iterations before you come up with the family vision. So you may sit this week and feel like, no man, we still don't agree, or this vision is not strong enough, or it's not clear enough. You meet again the following week, and maybe it will take you a month to come up with what I call the family vision. So now that you have the family vision, which is number one, when you have agreed that this is our vision for the family, the second step is, how are we going to fund our vision? So first you agree this is our vision, then you ask, how are we going to fund our vision? If Papa is saying he doesn't want to work anymore and his salary has been the main salary, and now he wants to go into business, and maybe in the first year of the business will not bring in money, how are we going to fund Papa's vision? If you are saying that you don't want to go to school, you want to be a musician, the first 6 years of a musician's life are difficult. How do we ensure as a family that we support you during those 6 years? If Mama wants to go back to school and get a degree, how do we fund this degree? And remember, we are doing all this while we are still living in the house, we are still eating, etc., etc. So the second step is, how do we fund the vision? And here, this is where, if you are a spreadsheet type of person, you are taking out a spreadsheet, you are doing tables, you are calculating how much it will cost, you are deciding, okay, Papa, we thought you were going to start your business in 5 years, maybe you can start it in 7 years, so that in the next 5 years, we can give Mama a chance to go to school, so that you don't start the business while Mama is going to school. Or maybe we see that in the next 6 years, all the children will start to go to school. How do we make sure that we start? Maybe we open unit trusts for the kids, we open savings accounts for them, so that by the time they are ready to go to university, that money is there. So these first 2 steps are the most important steps. Set your vision down, decide how you are going to fund the vision. But what is going to make this entire thing to work is the weekly vision meetings. Every single week for the rest of your life, you have a vision day. It's not a long meeting that you're going to have. Now, Ibile, we are so blessed that we have all the virtual tools. You can have it on Zoom. You can have it on a WhatsApp call. You can have it even on a messenger call. You can have it on a teleconference. You can have it on Microsoft Teams. The options are limitless. You can even do a Facebook room on Facebook and only invite the family members if you don't live together. But if you live together, it's great that on that day, you know that it's a special dinner, you sit around the table and you review your vision. So in my case, I will give an example and say you have Vision Wednesday. So when you have Vision Wednesday, remember, when I started out, I said we come with individual visions so that we can craft the family vision. So in a case where there's a father, the father will be the custodian of the family vision. In a case where maybe it's just the siblings, just choose one of you to be the custodian of the family vision. So that person, every time when we have a vision meeting, will say, this is the status of where we are. This is where we are in terms of our vision. This is how we are doing in terms of funding our family vision. Then each and every member of the family will come forth and say, in terms of my vision, this is how I'm doing. I did say that I want to be a doctor. I'm going to study at Wits. I'm now doing grade 11. These are my maths marks. This is what I'm doing to make sure that I'm passing biology, I'm passing chemistry, I'm passing maths. This is what I'm doing to ensure that at least I have a chance at getting a bursary. I have a chance at registering. Then another parent will say, for should you not get a bursary, this is where we are in terms of your savings for school. We have this policy, we have this unit trust, we have put these things aside to make sure that you are able to go to school. The power of meeting every week is so that we don't sit in December and we say, yo, guys, we forgot that we wanted to buy a new car. Ish, we didn't plan for a new car. Yo, we forgot that we wanted to go on vacation every year as a family, but we didn't save for the vacation. But if every single week, when we are sitting down, we are saying, how far are we when it comes to funding our vision? How much progress have we made when it comes to implementing our vision? So the power of funding our vision as a family, the power of planning for our finances as a family is that routine of whether, and if in your case weekly does not work, do once every 2 weeks. If once every 2 weeks does not work, do once a month. But once a month must be the absolute minimum. Because if you do once a month, you will have 12 meetings every year. And I can already tell you, for most people in December, they don't meet anymore. So I'm hoping that this will help someone. Sit down, bring your individual visions, come up with a family vision, come up with a method to fund the family vision, and every week have a vision day where for at least 30 minutes you are sitting, you are talking about your vision as a family. That's my story, guys.
Thank you, Tisha. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.